when I get to Indianapolis, I go to jump in the shower, and I'm like, wait, what's that? And I lift my leg up, and it's all like purple everywhere. And I was like, okay,
you're justified,
yes, dude.
Fair enough.
The vindication in the bathroom. I was like, you're not old. You know what I mean? You are still tough. Like the pain was because you were bleeding internally, and that's fine.
How'd you do it?
Okay, this is the even more.
Oh,
this is the hard.
Why?
I was doing approximately 3 miles an hour, and I was doing a board slide on a ledge, and the ledge was as high as this table, maybe a little bit lower.
And we have it on video.
Yeah, here you go. I'll show you.
This is why I don't board slide ledges.
This is the thing. I don't do any of that anymore, and I've been doing this. I go on the road now doing comedy, and I go to like local skate parks, and I'm like a little bit of I'm like a weird washed up Tony Hawk where I like shred everywhere and everywhere I go. And I was in New York, I skated a street spot where there was just flat ground shit, and I did a board slide, and I was like, yeah, man, like. I can do it anywhere. And then I'm in Philly and I'm like, that one's a little higher than the other one, but like, I did one like a week ago. And then 2 mile an hour and my back foot came off and my front foot did the splits.
No.
And I leaned forward and it was just like, so this is me.
2 minutes ago, apparently.
No, this is Philadelphia. See, this is my first ride where I'm rolling around. I'm like, man, like, I can skate.
That's what we're doing now. Every time a guest comes, we're going to show them this video.
Which made me get confident.
You're confident.
And then look at this.
Is it sticky?
Here we go. Look how fast I'm going.
I think it's like a maternal thing to laugh at somebody getting hurt.
Yeah,
because it keeps it light. Where like I've babysat
when you're
kids.
trying to like a kid is about to like they're about to make all
Comparing
the noise.
you to a child, I've babysat kids and they fall pretty bad, and I'm like, ha ha ha, you're fine.
Oh, I'm a child, so that does make sense.
We're all children.
I don't know. Some people are like, that's why I don't like grown up people, and I'm not talking about grown up people like your age. I'm talking about like
in general
acting super grown up. I'm like, shut up.
That's not reality.
Live a little, you know? Get loose.
I just don't think that's like the natural way of being.
Yeah. Yeah, I always have to explain myself when people get hurt and I laugh at it. People go, dude. And I'm like, hey, I'm not like suffer, you bastard. I'm like, oh.
Well, there is a thing, especially with kids, where you can turn them into hypochondriacs, where every single
thing.
Oh my God, are you okay? Is that looking? Is this still red? Is that still bleeding? You know, and then they're like, what? I should be worried about it?
I know. I've done that. My kid's soccer game when my kid was real little, he hit another kid. They ran into each other, and the coach went to run. I was like, hey, no.
Yeah.
And I go, Tiger, you're all right. And he gets up and runs off, and I was like, see?
Yeah, like, it's tricky though. It's a fine line, especially being a parent.
I know, but the way I look, I could tell like the rest of the people were like, oh, wow. And I was like, look, mother, he's running off. He's fine. Don't make a bitch out of my kid.
Yeah.
Don't make a bitch out of my kid.
Can we talk to our guest now?
Sorry.
I liked that.
I was just warming her
Nora
up.
V's here.
Oh, gosh.
I didn't even know we were starting.
This is how it goes.
I feel like when we sit down, you see the red lights, and
I didn't see the red light. There. I was just talking to you. That's how I like to do it. This is natural. It's just like a natural thing. Hey, how's it going? He has to make it all corporate and weird. Like, okay, here we go, everybody. We're going to start.
Because I'm here for the audience.
He's here for
guide
you,
them into
for
it.
you all.
Thanks for coming. How are you?
I'm good. I'm stoked to be here. Thank you.
Do you have any hamstring injury stories?
I do not. I have fortunately had good hamstrings.
I'm just trying to segue. That's all.
I'm here for whatever you guys want to talk about.
I like how yours is your angle is from a motherly nature, though.
I know, fully. I don't know. I was the same way. I was raised by parents that like never overreacted to us doing things, and then we'd be like halfway up a tree, and some parent would come over and be like, "Your kid is," and they're like, "I know."
Yeah.
Are you the oldest?
Oldest, yeah. Then I have a younger brother, and he's 3.5 years younger.
I feel like it's usually the younger brothers that are like, yeah, whatever, just let him go.
He's way gnarlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the first baby, it's like you don't know about babies and their durability.
Totally.
And you're like,
oh, that's it. Yeah.
And then you see the first baby like take a hit and be all right. And you're like, oh, I didn't know babies could take that hit. And then second baby, you kind of not only do you know they're a little bit more durable, but you're like, I've already made one live. I mean, like this one is fine.
Yeah, but there is a
Yeah.
This one should be
There
fun.
is a lax attitude that, I mean, for sure.
The second one, man.
Yeah, when my third son was born, I was like, yeah, just let him go. And then he became the most dangerous.
Right.
Like it wasn't because we let him go. He was already just like a danger unto himself.
He's built like he's different.
Yeah.
No, because I remember a video of him jumping off the back of the ramp into something where
into the stunt pad.
Yeah, and I was like,
off the loop.
Dude.
He jumped off the top of the loop into one stunt pad when he was like 4 or 5 years old.
Little. Like, most little kids wouldn't have been up on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was negligent. No. No, here's the thing. If I would have pulled him away from there, there would have been hell to pay.
Right.
Totally.
He would have freaked out.
Yeah.
Freaked out.
And
he got mad at me once because I was on the roof of our house because I was just checking something and he's down crying like hysterically. What's wrong? He's like, I want to be up there.
Right. I respect that.
That's sick.
I was like, oh.
Right. We both respect that.
Yeah.
That's a legend. He's a legend.
Also, like I feel like if you don't let kids like figure it out for themselves, they become adults who like get on Lime scooters and die. Like that is a drastic representation.
But there is. I understand what you're saying, but let me just say, from a perspective of someone who has raised many children, there's a nature,
granddad,
versus nurture that they come out a certain way.
Totally,
you can guide them to an extent,
right?
But they already have a bunch of stuff that's just preloaded.
Yeah, like I used to blame my parents, but now looking back, I don't think there was anything they could have done.
They could have, maybe they could have helped a little bit. But
I know
for sure you were already.
I agree with that
this
too.
mode.
I really do. Like I used to think because all the damage, like in childhood, weird stuff happened to me, and I'm like, that's why I'm like this, and I'm like, no, it's not, dude. You're an idiot. Because I got brothers, like, and my brother doesn't. Wow, sorry.
Wow.
My brother is like
consistent.
Yeah, my phone howls like a wolf. I'm a wolf.
Is that for someone in particular?
That's everybody that calls me. Is
Really?
Yeah.
That's an unknown number.
Yeah. Oh. It's just wolf. Everything says my text messages.
Got it.
I like wolves. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, my brother doesn't want to talk in public. And I'm like, okay, well, where did that come from? You know what I mean? And I'm like, Mom, come on my podcast when she was in my house. Hated it. My brother came with all his kids. I'm like, you guys want to be on the podcast? Nah. Like, I'm like, you do? And he's like, yeah, but I don't. And I'm like, your brain won't pop. And they think that their brain will pop if they're on TV. And I'm like, does anybody in my family? And then one time my brother won the Australasian motocross championship, and he had to like accept an award. And my father won the veterans thing, and they were both terrified and in hell. And I was like, do you want me to accept it on both of your behalfs? Yeah. And they were like, well, yeah. And they were like, no, you can't. And I was like, and then they both look like scanners. They both look like their brains were going to explode because they had to go,
God.
Thank you. That was like, they were in, I could say,
but
real hell.
That's a true phobia.
Are they generally shy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
No.
Like, I'm related. I'm pretty sure I'm related to them. Like
it's pretty weird how it just happens.
I don't have a family member I've ever met that is like, hey everybody, look at me.
But also I understand, but that is a learned skill. Like that's something that you grow to figure out.